This is a revelation I had in 2016. God can put you to sleep. What does it mean? In the time we're living now, we are focused on busyness, being always active and doing things, and it is changing. It is really changing, and it's a good thing because we are not meant for that. There is time to be busy, and there is time also to rest and to think. So it was a time when I was thinking a lot, overthinking. So for all the overthinkers there, God can put you to rest. And I want to give you that clue because I think it took me too long to understand that. So one day I think it was in the morning, and I felt asleep. And that was unusual because when I wake up, I don't like to go back to sleep. I don't like having a nap and all that, even though I needed it. As I said in previous videos, I went through true burnout and physical exhaustion and all that. So I really needed to rest. But it was not a habit for me to go back to sleep once I'm up. And I found that feeling weird. I found it weird. I wondered why I felt asleep. Why did I want to go back to bed? This was not me. And I was resisting it. So I had things to do. I was doing what I had to do. And then the sleep, the sensation of being tired was still on me. And I didn't understand. Until I said, Lord, what's happening? Why do I feel so tired? Why do I feel like going back to bed? And this thought came to my mind. God wants to speak to you. God wants to speak to you. This is the thought that came to my mind. You feel tired, you want to go to bed because God wants to speak to you. So, when I spoke about meditation, I wanted to add that video to say, because I said that sometimes you need to trick your mind into being busy to access your inner world. But sometimes you need to stop everything and go to sleep. Sometimes God is going to put you to sleep. He's going to put sleep on you. You will feel like going back to bed. It means that He wants to speak to you. How do I know that? First, that thought that came to my mind. All right, God wants to speak to you. Then I surrendered. I said, all right, if it's about God and it's not me being lazy and wanting to go back to bed, or maybe being sick or tired, I don't know. But I thought I found it unusual. So if it's God, all right, I'm going back to bed. I found it so weird. So I went, lay down on my bed, and I went to sleep. I didn't even struggle to sleep, or no. It was so easy. I fell asleep like wow. It was great. And I had a dream. And in that dream I got information. I got messages that I needed. When I woke up, I was amazed because this was the first time that I realized that God could put me to sleep in the middle of the day because He needed to speak to me. So if it happens to you that you, for no reason, you feel asleep, you feel like going back to bed, you have the opportunity to do so, maybe God wants to speak to you. Maybe He told you and you did not pay attention. Maybe He did not. He might use that video. He might use me to tell you that, to teach you that okay, when it happens, it means that he wants to speak to you. As I said, God speaks in different ways. As it is written, God speaks in various ways. We have to pay attention. When you know, you can share with somebody else. When you don't know, he will use different ways for you to tell you. So each person who's going to find that video, I know that God wants to speak to you through your dreams. And from that year, from that time, whenever this happens to me, that for no reason I feel asleep and I want to go back to bed, I know that he wants to speak to me. And I tell you, he always gave me a dream. And in the dream were messages for situation I was in, or sometimes for somebody else. But it was really valuable, important information. Remember Adam? God had to put him to sleep to take from him the one who was like him. He had to put him asleep to take from him, to create from him the one who was like him. So think about that for marriage. I'll always come back to marriage, because marriage can make, if you do the right marriage, if you marry well, all your potential, everything God has for you is going to manifest. This is why I insist on it so much. You need to marry the one who is like you. The one who is like you. I'm not speaking in a material sense. I'm speaking about the inside. Same value, same identity. All through the Bible, we are told that men and women, to the eyes of God, we are the same. We are different, but the same. We're not supposed to be in opposition to one another. So sometimes when God wants to give you something, tell you something, he's going to put you asleep, as he did for Adam, as he did for other people, so that he could speak to them through their dreams. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.